Anyways, if we go to his Twitter, we can see that his veins are full of @GFuel energy. Now, I'm just curious if GFuel would be interested to hear what he's saying on stream. You know, threatening to dox a 16-year-old, making bigoted comments toward religious folks. I mean, I know that GFuel's a shitty company, like GFuel's drinks themselves are just disgusting and awful, but I didn't know that they would partner with people like Weast, who are just bad people. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Bad energy drink company partners with a bad streamer with bad morals. Makes a lot of sense to me. That's why, you know, your boy Acheeto is partnered with GamerSups. Good people there with good people here. Now, I'm not gonna actually reach out to GFuel to try to get him unpartnered or something. I'm just including the fact that he's fully sponsored as a point to show that companies actually literally don't care if you're hateful towards people that society deems it's okay to be hateful toward.
Hey guys, today's video is going to be going over the Acheeto stuff, which is a drama that a lot of people have been talking about in the community. So I invited Aiden on so he can kind of explain it to me, and I guess to you as well if you're not up to date with it. As far as I know, Acheeto is pretty much winning this one optically right now on his own channel with his own community. People on Twitter, I've seen Connor, Aiden, Bunk, Harley TVS. A lot of people have a lot to say about Acheeto, and I would say they're probably currently losing. After this stream, I noticed Acheeto had reached out to me on Discord. Now, he didn't know I was live. When I first saw it, I assumed he wanted to join the call and chat with me. That's not the case. He was actually reaching out for advice, and I did speak to him, and I had kind of a similar conversation that Willie Mac Show had. It seems pretty clear to me that he believes what he's saying. It's just kind of hard to really engage with a lot of his arguments when his first video and his second video where he's kind of walking back a lot of the first video, it's just completely different language. If you're not following what I'm saying now, I mean, obviously the stream will add a lot of context in. I don't think Acheeto is a bad guy. I would like to say that I believe him when he says that he knows harming the sponsor ecosystem would be bad, and that, like, even though he probably won't, attacking YouTube sponsors is generally like a negative thing to do. Yeah, I want to believe him when he says that, and mileage may vary. I know Willie Mac Show had a conversation with him that went pretty well. Yeah, I don't think he's the worst guy in the world. I don't think this is a drama he can never come back from. If I was him, I would just keep pumping out content and keep my head up and just go on from there. This whole situation is kind of weird, and if he is being 100% truthful, my only other recommendation is to be very clear when you're talking. I know some of these videos and these daily commentary channels get like rushed and stuff like that, but I don't believe that the misinterpretations, quote-unquote, are a result of an audience member. I believe they are a result of how he wrote and said them. So I don't fault anyone for coming to conclusions that I came to, and I believe that the onus would be on him there. Anyways, enjoy the video. I just wanted to point out that we did speak, and I'm now streaming and not recording. This is funny. Oops. Sorry. Hi, chat. Lol.
So let me just give you some background really quick.
Sure.
First of all, well, Acheeto made a video on Weast. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't like.
That's the Slazo accuser, right?
Yeah, so I don't like that guy for completely separate reasons. But basically on Easter, Weast decided to go live with like a Twitch title like Jesus is dead or
well,
something
just
like
because
that.
we can get biases out of the way, what was your stance on Acheeto before this? I mean, you didn't like Weast, but what was your stance on Acheeto going in?
I didn't like him. I thought he was annoying. He DM'd me begging me for a shout out back in the day, like twice. He, according to my friend, he like did some cringe shit to get in contact with Cyrus. He used to be like a big clout chaser back in the day, so I've just never really liked him.
Okay. Well, that's very fair. Definitely nice when we have like establishes biases right out of the gate. Well, that's not sarcastic. It's just like I'd rather you tell me that now than at the very end of the convo. So
yeah. Well, it's not like a bias that's so strong that it's gonna like impede my like judgment of the situation.
No, but we all know people. You know what I mean? People always have some ideas before we jump into drama. I mean, I personally, just giving my backstory with Acheeto, I spoke to him when he had a similar drama with Bunk. Him and Bunk debated. Do you remember the topic of that conversation?
I forgot exactly what it was, but I remember he threatened to flag Bunk, which I really didn't like.
Yes. So I had reached out to, I think he had reached out to me, and I had talked to him. I don't know whether it was, which way it was, but anyways, he did a debate with Bunk, threatened to flag him, because if he uploaded it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Bunk told him privately he wouldn't upload it, and then Bunk's editor uploaded it. So he thought the deal was off, and that he was threatening to flag the debate. Because I guess he didn't think he did well in it, or actually, I believe if I'm being correct, he specifically said that he wanted an opportunity to like have a better conversation. I don't think he thought he performed very well in it, and he wanted to do it again or something, but I don't think it ever happened. Anyways, yeah, we talked. He decided not to flag it, and here we are now. So.
Yeah, this guy called just really quick. This guy called Craig Beckett made a good video breaking down like some stuff, some reasons I don't like Acheeto, but if anything, I don't like Westerner more than I don't like Acheeto. So, but anyways, he made a video on Westerner basically talking about like, he's like, I like edgy humor and I don't like cancel culture, but this joke is like too far or whatever, because he said like Jesus is dead. And then something else that happened on the stream, this YouTuber called Vince, who's like another like commentator that's blowing up, that's friends with Acheeto. I guess he got offended and he was in the chat, and Weast made the most obvious joke in history. Like, it was such an obvious joke. He said like, get this guy's IP, as a complete joke. Like,
So they're taking things out of context now.
Yeah. So Acheeto
like, is this like a? So was this in the original video, or is this like, hey, we're getting some shit right now, better take a clip out of context so we can help?
No, it was in the original video, and he tried to pass it off as if it wasn't a joke, when it was the most obvious joke in the world. First of all, let's get into the mindset of a doxer really quick. Why the hell would they announce their plans on a public live stream for everybody to see? Like, that logic makes no sense. Mm-hmm. I think that, especially for somebody like Weast, who has a reputation, not a good one, but still has a reputation. I'm going to show you the clip.
By the way, just to be clear, I believe Slazo's accepted his apology. I believe they've spoken on several occasions. That like, they're like good now.
Okay. If he made up and he tried to make amends, I guess I'm not gonna like trash him for that forever. But let me show you this clip. Let me know when you get it up. Oh wait.
Actually, I was just gonna let you run it, and then I'll pop you out here, and then I'll put you on screen so I can better manage the Fortnite gameplay.
So yeah. So let me show this to you.
I've made a couple of videos talking about why cancel culture is bad, and I completely stand by everything I said, but this guy is such a piece of shit that I do want him to be canceled. Easter Sunday was around 3 weeks ago, and on Easter Sunday, this guy went live on Twitch with a stream titled, "Easter isn't a holiday, Jesus is dead, why is there a rabbit?" You have to be a different type of awful person to go live on Easter Sunday saying stuff like this. I am all for edgy humor. This is not edgy humor. This is just bigotry. The fact that this guy never got banned on Twitch after having a stream title like this and saying some incredibly outrageous things during this stream blows my mind. Twitch is a platform where you can get banned for saying the word retard, but this guy can just go out here saying "Rip Bozo, Jesus is dead," and not get any sort of ban or anything like that. Okay, Twitch, you are a shitty company that platforms people like this.
Alright, give me a pause. Alright, first of all, retard. Alright, now that I've said it, I just wanted to let everyone know you don't get banned for saying retard on Twitch. That's like one of the few ones you're good with. We're allowed to have our ableist slurs, and everyone who comes on here tells me I can't say retard, but it's like the only one we can use, alright? We're basically forced to call people retarded, the way I see it, you know? Keep in mind, Aiden, everyone can see your screen, so if you start scrolling...
Oh, sorry. I'm not scrolling down the timeline. I'm scrolling down Jalen's Twitter.
No. I'm just saying, like, in case you don't want people to see what you're seeing, it's on screen.
Okay. No,
so this is awkward. So he sounds like an SJW, right? Like, that's the vibe everyone got?
Yeah.
The weird part is, like, I've never seen, like, an SJW for religion before. Like, for, like, the Catholic faith. Like, how dare you talk about Easter? You should have your fucking income destroyed. Like, this kind of seems like... seems weird, right? This doesn't seem to match up. It sounds like a crazy lefty who's got like
POV.
Who's extremely religious. Like, what the fuck?
So So the thing about him is he's on the right, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah, I would
he
assume.
the thing like you can't say I'm okay with edgy humor and then like start having a tantrum over a joke saying Jesus is dead. Like you're either okay with edgy humor or you're not. Like if you get offended, if you're fine with edgy jokes until it's a joke about a group that you are a part of, like you're a bitch. I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
I never see people like, so I've seen people, I think some, like when it comes to religion, people do get easily offended. That's something I've noted for a while. It's just I'm noticing the language specifically he's using in that clip. Like I can't believe Twitch would allow this, like implying that this person should be banned. They shouldn't be able to speak. It just seems like if he's a conservative or if he's on the right, that doesn't seem like a very positive viewpoint to hold.
Yeah,
I
and
guess I
he
don't know.
makes edgy jokes all the time. It's kind of his
This is like
thing.
Nick Fuentes being okay with the platforming. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't feel right when I say it out loud. I feel like I've got something wrong. Yeah.
Where is it? But here's the part that got me. So, do you remember when Ethan dropped the content nuke on Keem, the big criticism everybody
Yeah,
had, like one of the
absolutely.
big criticisms? He went after sponsors. So, even if you're not like, sorry, how do I say this? If you go after somebody's sponsors over edgy jokes, especially with a almost or a 2.5k or 2.500k sub channel, um,
Not only that, but I'm gonna
fuck,
fast
I
forward through
fucked that
this
up.
fat piece of
A
shit. Literally
200,000
fucking
plus sub
earlier said
channel.
I'm oozing with
Um,
estrogen.
it's just you put everybody at risk because the if you're holding sponsors accountable for like
So
edgy
you think
jokes
he's
and
gonna
shit,
harm the sponsor ecosystem with this video?
I don't think he is. I think it risks it, and I think the same criticisms we gave to Ethan, are would apply in a scenario like this. Where is it? Now I'm just curious if G Fuel. Here it is. Where is it? Hold on.
Now, I'm just curious if G Fuel would be interested to hear what he's saying on stream. Threatening to dox a
Jesus.
16-year-old, making bigoted comments toward religious folks. I mean, I know that G Fuel's a shitty company, like G Fuel's drinks themselves are just disgusting and awful, but I didn't know that they would partner with people like Weast, who are just bad people. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Bad energy drink company
people
partners with a
arguing
bad
he's not
streamer with
targeting
bad morals
sponsors?
makes a lot of sense to me.
So I had the argument with Connor and people. They're arguing that okay, it's kind of bad that he's targeting sponsors, but they're saying he's making an attempt to call out Twitch's double standard. Like for example, if somebody made a joke about like Muslims, they would get banned, but in a case like this, they wouldn't. Apparently,
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
like
all cope. I mean, like,
yeah.
this
So
is
here's
dude. I'm sorry. I think this part trumps that part. Like, sure, maybe this is like a super hyper analyst move, but I highly doubt, based off of the language he's using, that was his initial intention. It might be like a reactive thing. It might be
yeah.
like, oh, I'm getting drama. Reality, this is supposed to be a meta commentary about the double standards at Twitch. I think you would lead with that.
I think this tweet kind of summed it up pretty well. I said you can call out inconsistent rules without snitching on a specific
Well, wait,
person.
do you think if I made a stream called, like, Fuck Ramadan, do you think I'd get banned? I genuinely don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think if you made a stream called Muhammad is dead, I don't think you'd get banned if I'm
Like,
being
if I made a
honest.
stream called LOL, I'm not fasting, we're gonna do, like, a mukbang during a fucking fast, like, during, like, the Muslim holidays. Do you think I'd get banned for that?
No,
I
no,
personally don't think I'd get banned for that.
no, no, not at all.
I think that
Um,
people, like, kind of gaslight. So Twitch has terrible bans, right? Like, objectively bad. But I feel like people exaggerate a bit too much. Unless I'm totally wrong and you would get banned for that. I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like people use, like, they're a little they're a little, what's the word? I don't know. They're a little hyperbolic when it comes to what gets you banned on Twitch.
yeah, but I tweeted out, you can call it inconsistent rules without snitching on a specific person. The initial inconsistency of a platform does not excuse the fact that you ratted someone out and went after their livelihood over a minor joke. Acheeto is still a snitch regardless of what he was trying to do. Going after someone's sponsor, their source of income, over a Jesus joke is malicious as hell. Don't claim you were trying to prove some greater point about inconsistency when you literally went after a singular person. So I think that he's trying to make this point, oh, I was just trying to call it the double standard. Well, that point doesn't really, like, come into play when you're targeting one person in particular. Like, that's just snitching. he's.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
if you're gonna call out the double standard, like I think it's okay if you say, I don't know, what comes to mind is those posts like, Destiny is banned, but this streamer who threatened to shoot up Twitch HQ is not. I think that's a fair comment to make, right?
Yeah.
But I think he sounds offended, as if like he wants this person banned, but also it's hypocritical that they're not. Like, you know what I mean? I don't. It's just.
Yeah. So Willie spoke to this guy, and Willie was convinced that he like misspoke or something. Let me pull up Willie's tweet because I don't want to misquote what he said. Where is it? Acheeto and I talked. He fully understands that going after sponsors and deplatforming is not on the table. He did not mean for it to come off that way in his video and says it was poorly worded. We cool, glad he's blowing up. Okay, I get that Willie believes this, but I think Acheeto is full of shit.
Well, Willie's kind of gullible, but because I've had conversations where Willie's been like gung ho on stuff, and then he'll like talk to the guy and have a completely different like, and maybe that's because he's older and he doesn't take the drama as hyper serious. But I've seen like Willie flip a little bit. To be honest, if my interpretation of that is Acheeto realized he's fucked, if he keeps defending this, so he's like trying to get out of it without saying like, "Oh, I totally fucked this one. I kind of screwed the pooch here, bro." You know?
Yeah. So I got into a bit of a spat with Acheeto in DMs. I challenged him to a debate. He says he's not gonna debate somebody like me who like has it out for him or whatever. I guess okay. But yeah, his point was like, oh well, most people agree with me, and he showed me his like to dislike ratio.
Yeah,
like,
most people agree with cancel culture. That's why it works. The majority of random people, dude. Do you know that to get flagged down, multiple people have to flag you usually in most cases? So yeah, when somebody gets deplatformed or somebody gets fucking doxxed and fucking thrown out of their fucking job, that's usually a collaborative effort. That's why people hate it.
So the other thing here is when he said like he tried to dox a 16-year-old when he's talking about Whis. That part is so disingenuous in my mind because if you watch the actual clip, it's an obvious IP joke. It's like such an obvious joke, and he's trying to pass it off as an actual like threat to dox somebody. And of course, Acheeto's like 10-year-old fan base is like falling for it in the comments. Do you want to? I think Acheeto made like a 30-second response video. Would you like to see that?
Yeah, sure. Play whatever you want.
After we got into our spat last night and
Yo.
Oh, sorry, it's 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, short video right now. Just wanted to quickly clear some things up from the recent drama that's been happening. So, yeah, I made that Weast video. Jaden made a response video to me, and then people have been calling me out on Twitter, basically saying that I'm hypocritical and oversensitive and stuff like that. I just wanted to clear a couple things up really quickly. So, first things first is in my video I made about Weast, I wanted to be clear now that when I said that in that video that I wanted to cancel Weast, what I meant by cancel was that I simply wanted people who are fans of Weast to realize that the person that they are a fan of is perhaps maybe not as good a person as they thought. I wasn't trying to get him deplatformed or, you know, have him lose his sponsors
that's not true.
or
He's
anything
lying.
like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what you tried to do. It's word for word.
Yeah, no, it's like
I was
verbatim.
very simple.
This isn't a good response, no.
This is horrible.
Simply just trying to shine light on something that a lot of people may not
Guys,
have realized.
listen, hold on, pause.
And two things that I
yeah.
specifically want.
Guys, it's easy to just say I made a mistake. Just say like I got a bit in over my head, or I was trying to like spice up the video by being a bit more dramatic, and it just didn't click, or something. Like anything is better than like I didn't do the thing that you have me on tape doing. I promise. I swear I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like that's just yeah. We literally caught this man in 4K, and he's going on video being like, "All right, guys, don't trust everything you see in the media."
Wait. Hold on.
How'd they get your ass in 4K?
Wait, hold on. I'm sending something to you. I think this is really funny. This is a DM I guess he sent to a friend. I don't know the context, but this is just really funny. This is a while back. Wait, fuck. He has the smallest, or he doesn't have an ego at all.
Everyone has an ego. Are you playing the clip? I can't hear it.
Wanted to clear
No,
up
I sent you a DM.
was the first thing being that I didn't say, why is he not banned on Twitch? You know, I didn't say that because I want him to get banned on Twitch. I said that because I know Twitch has a very strict policy when it comes to, like, who they ban and stuff. You know, they banned a lot of people in the past.
Yeah, it's really
and
convenient.
it didn't really make sense to me that somebody who was you know, behaving like the way that Weast was and saying the stuff that he wasn't banned, okay? I'm not saying that he should be. I'm not saying he shouldn't be. I'm just saying it was surprising. I didn't understand why he wasn't banned. And when I brought up G Fuel, I wasn't saying, oh, he's sponsored in order to suggest that G Fuel should drop him. I don't want G Fuel to drop him. I'm just saying that it's crazy that you can say some of the stuff, you know, some hateful stuff toward a certain group of people like Christians, but you can't say hateful stuff toward another group of people like Jewish people and have sponsors, right? Like, that was the point that I was trying to make. And the final thing that I wanted to respond to that I've been seeing people say a lot was that, dude, Weast was just joking, dude. You're getting mad over a joke. As if everything that Weast said during that stream wasn't representative of his actual beliefs. It'd be one thing for Weast to say everything he said about Christians and then for him to just, you know, not be serious, but he's being completely serious. Like, he genuinely hates Christians. He thinks Christians are stupid, narrow-minded, and hates the idea of Christianity, so... again,
okay.
It wasn't really a joke. In the DMs that I have with Weast, he sort of specifies that he's not kidding.
I now understand
so for all the people,
why people are pushing back against this, and I don't think it has anything to do with what he said. I just think it has people. I think people get like super ass mad whenever anyone shit on like Christianity, and I do think part of it is like the hypocrite argument, whereas like there's obviously a double standard around like. The way Christianity is treated on live stream services and stuff like that. Like, generally, it's okay to say fuck Christmas or like fuck Jesus or like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even slightly worried about saying that on the stream right now. Saying like all Christians are pedos, lol. Obviously, that's not the opinion I hold, but I could say that on stream and I won't have any problems. Now, if I say the same thing about like synagogues or something, I realistically might have a problem. I think that's a fair critique to make. I just don't think that's where his critique came from based off the clip that I've seen.
So to play devil's advocate here for not on Acheeto's behalf, I think people should absolutely be able to make jokes about whatever group that they want. So, but I think that like the difference between making fun of Christians and like Jewish people, for example, is a lot of like jokes towards Jewish people tend to be more rooted in ethnicity, because like Judaism is also like it's an ethnic they're Jewish ethnic groups. It's not just a religion. With Christianity, it's a belief system, not an actual like ethnicity.
I mean, yeah, Jewish people are targeted like literally everywhere, and I mean, Muslim people were called like suicide bombers after 9/11 for years. Like, there's obviously reasons why those people are specifically protected, and why they're not, and why other people are not. I could understand the frustration. You know what I mean?
I understand it too. I think you should, you know, respect people's religious beliefs, respect Christians, respect Catholics, respect whoever, but I also think you should be able to laugh at them, make jokes.
Yeah, I'm not religious at all whatsoever. I don't really care about religion. I grew up Catholic. I went to a Catholic church. Recently, after a funeral, I sat in like a Catholic a mass or whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm not religious. I don't care. But if that's what people need, and if that's what people like, I have no problem with them fulfilling their beliefs or just doing that stuff. Yeah. But it's kind of annoying when people just shit on stuff you believe in. I feel that.
Well, like Nick, for example, if somebody makes an Italian joke, right, on the timeline, wouldn't you just laugh and keep scrolling? It's not like I mean, people need to be able to laugh at themselves. It's like when
like
somebody
Irish get an Irish car bomb joke. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like I mean, when somebody makes a joke like towards a group that I'm a part of, I can laugh at it and move on. I just think it makes
yeah, but he's making the argument that joke is rooted in like deep-seated hatred, which, I mean, one of the comments that he made was like, why is there an Easter bunny? I mean, like, I don't know, dude. I guess like Jesus is dead in all caps triggered him a little bit, but
it doesn't seem like actual genuine hatred.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just out here being like, just kill them all, dude. But,
yeah, it feels like backpedaling. He's trying to make it like some greater argument. It just kind of seems like he got pissed at that joke, and he tried to go after this guy. But I think this video is just complete. He's like saying, "I didn't do this."
I didn't go after the sponsors. Is mega cope. Like you could say like he could sway the argument a little bit by saying like, Oh, well, listen, I didn't ever plan on, like, targeting... oh, fuck. Hold on. Wait, kill this guy. Wall. Alright. He could sway the argument on the second part of that, saying, like, oh, I didn't want him to platform. That was just, like, asking in general about, like, TOS and why it's not, like... You can't sway the sponsor thing. I'm sorry. That's just bad, you know? Like, it's like the G Fuel thing. And I guess I was wondering where the Ethan Klein comparison came from, and it's probably just because it literally is G Fuel. I don't know. I don't necessarily like people being compared to Ethan Klein. I was going to say this before. I didn't get a chance to. Because, like, Ethan is objectively bad for, like, a bajillion different reasons. Like, Ethan targeting sponsors isn't even, like, a top 5. I mean, maybe it is a top 5 for him, but it's definitely not top 3. Like, I mean, I think Ethan's definitely... I think his worst feature is, like, standing on the grave of dead black people to try to make his arguments against Keemstar. Like, that's usually number 1 for me. But... You know, Ethan Klein's like a huge package of degeneracy. So like when you say like, oh, this guy's like the new Ethan Klein, or like, guys, people got so mad about Ethan Klein. Well, yeah, I mean, there's like a variety of reasons why Ethan Klein is bad. Like Susie Liu wasn't just bad because she watched anime on stream, right? Like these people have like much more than I'm not just the surface level critique.
Yeah, I'm not making the comparison that he is Ethan Klein or like Ethan Klein. I'm saying that the criticism directed at Ethan Klein for the G Fuel stuff would be like motivated in similar intent to this. I feel like going after sponsors in general is just like a bad precedent.
Yeah, and he's a sizable creator. I mean, he's not
a nobody.
He's not Ethan, but he's not nobody either.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like if if Jacko came out and said like, I'm gonna target your sponsors, I don't even think it would break like the small commentary news cycle. But this guy has got 200,000 subs for people who don't know. So
yeah, kind of. I don't know. He just seems very, very salty about it, but I wouldn't care if he just, like, came up and said, yeah, I got angry. It was, like, a mistake on my part. Like, that would be fine, but the problem is he can't, like... he's not, like, really conceding as much as he should.
Well, he doesn't seem like he's really given him much yardage at all. He's kind of shifted the conversation in a different direction. What about this Jalen critique? You want to play a little of that?
Oh,
I kind of want to see what Jalen said.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally stopped screen sharing.
You're
you want
fine.
me to show you Jalen's video?
Sure.
Let's look at this. Jalen actually, I think, kind of took the W here, I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Wait, someone's saying Jalen took a W. This must be crazy.
I'm not even, like, a big, fan or anything, but...
Where does Harley stand in all this? Harley's in the chat saying commentary drama fell off. Are you on Acheeto's side?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Is Harley on Acheeto's side, I mean?
I'm not sure. I think he might be. I'm not entirely sure. I see him in your replies arguing with Doc.
Well, I'm feeling kind of clout chasey. I would have Harley on for a chat, but as you can see, my voice is very not aggro. I'm but a humble observer being introduced to this new drama.
All right, you want me to play this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm not in the thing. Lol.
Rolled making bigoted comments toward religious folks.
What?
What'd you say?
I wasn't in the thing. Start again.
Nah, you can't be serious right now.
I'll restart it.
Yeah.
Anyways, if we go to his Twitter, we can see that his veins are full of @G Fuel energy. Now, I'm just curious if G Fuel would be interested to hear what he's saying on stream. You know, threatening to dox a 16-year-old, making bigoted comments toward religious folks.
What? Nah, you can't be serious right now. Now, recently, I was just chilling on Twitter, looking for something to make a video on. And that's when my friend Grimsy sent me probably one of the worst commentary videos I have ever seen.
I know.
So, I'm sure you guys know who Acheeto is, right? Me and him kind of share an audience, and I don't really have a problem with the guy. But recently, he made one of the worst videos I have ever seen.
Jalen, you obviously have a problem with the guy. That's the fucking topic of your video.
Tries to cancel Weiss for a stream time.
We share an audience, so we're still friends. We're still friends, guys.
Just be open about your bias.
Anything about Acheeto, then you know that he's pretty anti-cancel culture and makes videos on quote-unquote SJWs. Well, in this video, the guy just goes complete SJW. Now, if you don't know who Weast is, he is a YouTuber and streamer with over 500,000 subscribers. I've personally never really watched his channel, but I did watch a video that he made last year exposing Maximilian Muss. But throughout the video, Acheeto says multiple times that he wants this guy to be canceled. He wants this guy to face repercussions for his actions.
Over the past 2 weeks, this guy has done some pretty shitty things, and I have not seen anybody talking about this, and I want this guy to face some repercussions for his actions. Now, I've made a couple of videos talking about why cancel culture
Sorry,
is
I have to
bad.
pause real quick. I want this guy to face repercussions. Is that how he made it sound in his new video where he was like defending what he did? He's like, I didn't want
That's
anything
so
to happen.
funny. Yeah, like I want this guy to face repercussions. Guys, I didn't want him canceled. I was just doing a meta commentary on like get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Bad, and I completely stand by everything I said, but this guy is such a piece of shit that I do want him to be canceled.
Now, you might be wondering, what exactly are those horrible actions that Weast has committed? Well, Weast went live on Easter and titled his stream, Easter isn't a holiday. Jesus is dead. Why is there a rabbit? This is the equivalent
Why is
of
there a
someone
rabbit?
going
Gets
live
me
on
every time.
Halloween and saying, Halloween isn't a holiday. Why do we wear masks and give out candy?
That's what the
Easter
point of the
Sunday was
mask
around
is.
3 weeks ago, and
True.
on Easter Sunday, this guy went live on Twitch with a stream titled, Easter isn't a holiday,
Bang!
Jesus is dead, why is there a rabbit?
I mean,
I feel like when he read the title, he should have like thrown in like the Vine like done sound effect. That would have made it more
I can
dramatic.
kind of understand why you would be offended by this, but like, come on, if you're a real Christian, is this what you're gonna get mad at? You think the guy deserves to be canceled over this? Well, apparently Acheeto does.
You have to be a different type of awful person to go live on Easter Sunday saying stuff like this. I am all for edgy humor. This is not edgy humor. This is just tree. The fact that this guy never got banned on
Aiden,
Twitch
pause.
after having a stream.
You know what the problem is? The problem with this drama is this Weast thing is like a 1 out of 10 stinker story. Like, there's nothing to it. Nobody gives a fuck about any of that. Like, that video probably would have bombed if it wasn't for this whole drama. That being said, the Acheeto drama is super fucking juicy and succulent, and there's so much to talk about. Like, Acheeto has quite literally fabricated drama out of thin air about himself because of the way he talked about this story. It's hilarious. It's gone from like a 1 stinker, wouldn't recommend, to like
Not
a
only
4.
that, but I'm gonna fat shame here too. This
I know, he he
literally
blew this
fucking
up
earlier
so
said I'm
much.
oozing with estrogen.
Hey gamers, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it, New Jersey Trash Boy.
Nick making that bag.
Title like this and saying some incredibly outrageous things during this stream blows my mind.
How exactly is this stream bigotry? You sound exactly like one of those 14-year-old kids who go on Twitter and is like, oh my god, did you see Dream? He made a joke. Oh my god, he's such a bigot. We need to cancel him. That's you right now, Acheeto. I mean, it would be one thing if the guy was going around saying something like, I hope World War II happens to all religious people. Like, I would never say something like that. Okay, don't look.
To be
for
fair,
that,
yeah,
but, like,
Jalen
he
really has
made
no
a-
room to talk in this situation because Jalen's like objectively worse than Weast in every possible way. You know,
Well,
like
but I like how Jalen's kind of like wearing it like a badge. You
yeah.
know? I don't know. I think they've like embraced the meme.
I mean,
a
I
joke.
would hope so. Otherwise, the meme would have consumed.
Yeah.
idle and went live on Easter. I don't see the big deal with this at all.
Twitch is a platform where you can get banned for saying the word retard, but this guy can just go out here saying rip bozo, Jesus is dead, and not get any sort of ban or anything like that. Okay,
Hey,
Twitch, you
all
are
right,
a
I have
shitty
a
company that
nuclear fucking
platforms
take
people
here.
like.
Nuclear fucking take here. All right. When chat, can you tell me when Jesus of Nazareth was born? Does anyone have a year on when Jesus of Nazareth was born? And if you can get me his IP address, I would also like that as well.
Wow, Nick trying to dox somebody.
Can you guys give me like a location of Jesus of Nazareth? Okay, 0 AD. Oh, 0 BC. Okay. My point is, human beings don't typically live 2022 years. Jesus is dead. He's the Holy Spirit. That's how the Bible works. So
He's coming for your Fortnite code. Acheeto's
well,
coming for your
I'm just
Fortnite
saying,
code.
like, it's not like he's being edgy. Jesus is literally fucking dead. Oh, thank you for Jesus' IP. I appreciate that, Buzzsaw.
Appreciate it.
I will be taking him down very shortly. We have our movers and shakers. Dylan Burns is on it. But, like, that's my point. Is like, okay, dude, holy shit, you said Jesus is dead? That's so nuclear. Jesus literally is dead. Am I missing something? Did I not read my Bible correctly? I have the Quran next to me. I don't have the Bible, but I'm sure it'll tell me a similar thing. Actually, maybe I don't think Jesus is in that book. He didn't make that. He wasn't in that expansion pack.
You even demonstrated.
Where
that
is
he's
the
dead.
body? It's in an unmarked grave downstream from Augie's house.
Unless you're Mormon, I don't think Jesus is buried in Texas.
Yo, who's the guy
Yes.
who made the Mormon stuff? Who was that?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith. That's dum 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 dum, like from South Park. It's a great fucking episode.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's so
I mean,
good.
come
You'd
on.
love it.
Yeah, the creators are Mormons.
This guy is.
Oh, he's a zombie.
literally
Chat's saying he's a
advocating
zombie.
for
He's
weeks
undead.
to get banned over a
Base?
joke title. Like, are you really that offended that
Like
he
Doctor
made a joke
Strange.
about a dude who apparently died
Don't spoil
5,000 years ago, depending on what you believe or not?
He's
I
not
mean,
strange.
I don't think Jesus is out here getting offended that some dude went live on.
Yeah,
on
why are
Twitch
you
and made a
white
joke
knighting
about
for
him. Now,
Jesus?
Acheeto
Dude,
claims
dude,
that
hold on,
least-
pause. If Jesus was an OnlyFans model, you'd so be getting called a simp right now. Like, oh my god, do you want to fuck Jesus? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Ew, like, why are you simping so hard for Jesus? Jesus Christ.
Pew.
Apparently, somebody in your chat just said there's a funny clip from this video. Let me look. Show transcript, control. Here it is. Here it is. Apparently, this is the funny part.
But if nothing comes of this video, I think I'm gonna sleep okay at night knowing that this guy's going to hell. And I'd say that that's a lot worse than potentially receiving some backlash on the internet, okay? But hey, what do I know? I'm just a stupid Christian who has a narrow perspective on life, right? Isn't that
Yes. Yes, you are.
I mean, I just...
right, we?
All right, all right. Now it's time to start fucking. Now it's time to switch sides on you. How old is Acheeto?
He's 18, 19.
He's 19. He's in high school and he's 19.
Well, he told me. I feel like he's been 18 for a long time.
Willie told me this is a high school student.
He's not in high school. That's false. Unless he got held back, he's 19 now. I'm almost certain.
Like,
So
I
he's
don't
on-
treat any of you motherfuckers like fucking, like, I get you're YouTubers, but I don't treat any of you fuckers like adults. Like, you're 17, fucking, Acheeto is whatever fucking age he is. Dude, I didn't start YouTube until I was like 21 years old. I don't know how I would navigate this space.
He's 18.
So I'm not giving him like a pass, but like,
Maybe he's a senior. I don't know.
I'm not giving him a pass, but I can understand why he'd be a little bit, like, a lot of bit narrow-minded on this issue.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't
I mean,
justify any of the behavior, obviously. And if you're a commentary YouTuber, I think I think you hand them a handbook, going like, all right, so so taking criticism, okay, clickbait thumbnail, all right, attacking sponsors, got it, doxing, like, there's a handbook of things like you just can't do if you interact in this space. And people refer to it as, like, the internet rules, or, like, the rules of the road here that they don't want to follow and shit all the time. But, like, realistically, if Acheeto has watched me, or Tom, or John, or really anyone in this space, like, it's pretty clear this is not going to be supported almost universally. Like, you become a bipartisan issue when you do something stupid like this. Like, everybody hates you, with the exception of Ethan Klein. By the way, thank you, New Jersey Trash Boy. I really do appreciate the 5 gifted subs.
Damn, this guy's like giving you his life savings.
Hell yeah, dude. Mike from PA out here.
Said a bunch of horrible things throughout this stream. And what exactly are those horrible things? Well, according to Acheeto, Weast threatened to dox a 16-year-old, which is kind of true, but it seems like to me Weast was just
Let's hear this
joking
clip.
around.
Now, if it wasn't bad enough after saying what he just said and the fact that Twitch hasn't done anything, he tells his chat to
Dude, he
grab
absolutely
Vince's
wants him
IP
banned.
address. Which, again, already bad enough, but Vince is a minor, he's 16. I don't know why you would think this is a good idea. Weast, you're out of your mind.
Dude, literally millions in the audience agree. Chat, post his IP address.
Oh, ha ha ha, that's really funny,
This is
dude.
an
A
obvi-
24-year-old
This is an obvious joke.
grown man getting his chat riled up against a 16-year-old.
Also, by the way, for context, Vince is like a 1 million sub YouTuber. He was just in this dude's chat, so I don't think he's any way of knowing his age.
All because that 16-year-old believes in Jesus?
So you might know
Oh my
who
God,
the
it's so
YouTuber
grandstandy.
Vince Cut is. He basically uploads videos roasting PNG tubers, and he has like 700,000
Yeah.
subscribers from doing
Nick,
that.
you wanna
and
know-
I don't have any problems with the guy.
I hate this
I
Vince
like
guy.
some of his
He's from New York.
videos, but
Yeah,
apparently
fuck him up.
this guy was like
Yeah.
chilling with his family on Easter, right, celebrating the holiday of Jesus. And then he gets a notification on his phone saying Weast has gone live, and he sees this and he is offended. He is angry, and he joins the stream and tells Weast to KYS.
And the original stream title was actually a lot worse. I think it was like Jesus is fake, Rip Bozo or something. And my friend Vince, obviously seeing that title, and him and I are both Christians, on Easter Sunday, obviously seeing that title really made him upset. So in chat, he said something like, "You are actually an asshole for that title. This is why you get 0 viewers and you're an unfunny loser, KYS."
Which is just a complete overreaction.
Wait,
He
so
should
we're
be-
so we're wait. So when all right. So when he says jokingly get his IP, that's the worst thing ever. Twitch should ban him. When a 1 million sub YouTuber gets so triggered at the title of your stream that he joins and tells you to kill yourself, that's like a totally justifiable act that's deemed no criticism.
It's just it's just hypocrisy.
That's
and I
just
think,
what the point of the mask is. On Easter.
why does he keep stressing like on Easter Sunday, on Easter Sunday?
Yeah, like what did our community do on Easter Sunday? Oh wait, they tried to brand somebody as a pedophile. Dude, Easter's such a sacred holiday. All the commentary bros really love Easter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Vince is like making a video reacting to PNG tubers or something, and Jellybean just joins and says KYS.
And after sending this message in Twitch chat, this is what Weast responded with.
You're actually an asshole for that title. This is why you get 0 viewers and you're an unfunny loser. Kill yourself. Bro, there's literally Twitch staff in chat. You're so dumb. You're so dumb and silly. You're just mad that Jesus died. Rip Bozo, dude. Rip Bozo. If he was really God, he would have came back twice.
So Weast basically calls Vince out and says that there are Twitch
Being very
mods
serious.
in the chat right now and that he could get banned for saying this. And then he makes a joke telling people in the chat to pull up Vince's IP.
Dude, literally millions in the audience agree. Chat, post his IP address.
Which is basically a reference to this like popular meme where people say KYS and then someone pulls up their IP. I mean, that's kind of what it seemed like to me anyway. And he clarifies afterwards that it was just a joke, but Acheeto had a problem with this and demands that Weast apologize to Vince.
Now, after telling his chat to grab Vince's IP address, he goes, "No, I'm actually joking, guys. Don't do it." Which, I don't know. It doesn't seem like he was joking at all. I feel like he
Yes,
knew
it
that he
does.
had to say that
Dude,
because,
Easter's
like he said, there's
basically a
Twitch staff in
Hallmark
his chat.
holiday.
Now, I actually got this guy.
Doesn't it seem really disingenuous that he's trying to pass this off as like a serious doxing threat? I mean,
It seems really disingenuous, but the really disingenuous part is that like it's just so obvious. He's like, well, Twitch obviously hasn't, like, even though Twitch hasn't taken action yet, or why hasn't Twitch taken action yet? Like, this whole video is explaining why the guy should be fucking deplatformed. And then he got on the next one, he's like, guys, listen, it's a meta commentary.
it's a meta
I can't stop, dude. I can't. This is so stupid.
in a private Discord call with me and Vince and explained to him what he did because he may not have known that Vince was 16, and I explained that to him. And
Who
instead of being
cares
like, "Oh,
if
I'm
Vince
sorry,
is
dude, that was
fucking
actually
16?
inappropriate."
Who
Yeah,
gives
this
a
is
flying fuck if Vince is fucking 16?
yeah, why is that relevant at all in this discussion?
He ends up just
Oh, wait.
dying of laughter and leaving the call and then removing me as a friend on Discord.
Now,
I would've done the
I
same
will
thing.
say, it is kind of messed up to say that. Like, if Vince had actually gotten doxxed because of that joke, that wouldn't be okay whatsoever. But I don't think the guy seriously was telling his chat to dox Vince. Now, in the middle of this video, Acheeto just brings up Whis G Fuel sponsor for absolutely no reason.
Anyways, if we go to his Twitter, we can see that his veins are full of G Fuel energy. Now, I'm just curious if G Fuel would be interested to hear what he's saying on stream.
Like, he goes so
threatening
far
to
out
dox
of
a
the way.
16-year-old, making bigoted.
He goes so far out of the way, pulls the guy's Twitter up, and then, like, finds that. Like, it's just so fucking clear. It's not even, like, he's not even trying to hide it.
And he's like, I was just making a point, guys. Like, don't play dumb. Like, it's obvious what you were doing. Own up to it.
Comments toward religious folks.
Now, I ended up actually getting into a call with Acheeto, and he says that he wasn't trying to get Whis sponsors to drop him, which he did say in the video that he wasn't going to attack G Fuel.
Now, I'm not going to actually reach out to G Fuel to try to get him unpartnered or something. I'm just including the fact that he's fully sponsored as a point to show that companies actually literally don't care if you're hateful towards people that society deems it's okay to be hateful toward.
But why bring it up in the
Wait,
first
I'm
place?
so
Why does it
confused.
matter?
Time out. All right, so when he jokingly says, "What's your IP in chat?" or whatever, that's a dog whistle for his chat to take him out. When Acheeto says, "Wow, dude, crazy you're sponsored by fucking G Fuel," that's a meta commentary over how sponsors take people's fucking livelihoods away. It's not a fucking dog whistle to get him flagged. Oh no, that would be crazy. Like, does he think we're retarded? I'm so confused. Like, does he think we're all fucking stupid?
Listen, Acheeto, I met plenty of Christians that are able to take a joke. I don't think this is like an anti-Christian thing. This guy just does not
Thank
know
God
how to take a
Augie's
joke.
not covering this drama. He'd be like, dude, Acheeto's fucking based, bro.
I know.
He's fucking based. All these fucking Jesus deniers need to be gassed. That's what Augie would be saying, just in Minecraft, you know?
Base?
Yeah.
That G Fuel sponsors Whis. I mean, this is pretty much the exact same thing that H3H3 did to Keemstar. You can have a problem with Whis.
It is.
Okay, you can have a problem with his video title, but that doesn't mean you should go after his livelihood and call for him to be banned because you were personally offended by his stream title. This video just seems so out of character coming from Acheeto, the guy who's like
That's so
anti-cancel
charitable.
culture, you know, pro free speech.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Or
you
maybe
know
not.
the person he supported in the 2020 election.
Okay,
and then
it's
he
really
comes
not.
out
I
with this video
I
trying to
overshot
cancel
this.
a
I'm
guy
sorry.
because he made a joke about Jesus. Come
Wait,
on, dude.
pause,
This
pause.
is honest.
dude, he's like, this is super out of character for Acheeto. I'm like, wow, that's actually ultra charitable. He's not going to condemn him. And he went right into, you voted for Trump, like right after that. Like within like seconds, it was like, clearly he voted for Trump. Now I feel like an asshole.
He voted for Trump?
Isn't that what he just said? He's like, I wonder who he voted for in the 2020 election. Like, yeah, I mean,
Isn't he 18 now? How could he vote for... Wait, what?
yeah, I don't know, dude.
Alright, well, I think
Dude,
that's
my
the
mom
end
let
of
me
that.
hit the ballot, and I voted for Obama when what was it, in the 2012 election. I wasn't old enough, but I voted for Obama.
Nick, did you see Flamenco?
Yes, I did. Do not put him on screen.
I will
I
not.
don't want to subject my audio. I'm just kidding. Why is a tank shooting at me?
Did you see how short Augie was?
I met him.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Why am I getting destroyed by a tank?
Okay, well, I guess aren't you guys like the same height?
No, I'm taller.
Augie's like, I think 5.
He gets really offended when you say that. He's like really insecure about it. So you should tell him.
I should what?
You should remind him. Every time you see him, you should remind him that I'm taller than him.
Wait,
Dude,
is it like a...
he hit me up with a photo and he was trying to like spin it and he said the angle was off or something.
angle?
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, dude,
Yeah, he's like,
no,
the
it's
tilt,
the angle.
tilt.
The tilt makes me, the tilt makes you look taller. So yeah, you just, you know,
Yeah, don't bring it up. Definitely don't bring it up.
Yeah, it's just it's a really sore subject, you know. So,
I knew what you were referencing the second you brought that up.
Harley, do you want to talk about it? I don't know, like I don't know where you stand. You seem to be opposing Aiden, but also opposing Acheeto, so I don't really know what your take
Adam?
is. Only if they want to come in. I don't know. Let's see. Acheeto sat in a private call with me and kept saying that it was never his intention. I was wrong about it. I replied saying that he would have to be dangerously irresponsible. Your platform to not understand a statement mentioning someone's sponsor like that can have serious consequences. Yeah, no, I think he's just lying.
Yeah. Like, at least just own up to it. I don't know. It just seems really like disingenuous, and he's trying to pass it up, and he's like doxing a 16-year-old or whatever, or
Yeah.
make a dog starter. Like, what does him being 16 have to do with anything?
Oh, it's like 5 a.m. by you? Yeah, sorry. Aiden is right, but it's super cringe, and Acheeto is super dishonest. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I don't think this drama is anything, like, super fucking crazy. Again, like, I don't know, where do you stand? Do you think that people are too harsh? Well, not too harsh. Obviously, you don't think they're too harsh. But do you think that people are being, like, not harsh enough, I guess, on Cheeto Man?
I don't think they are. I think like giving him the benefit of the doubt at face value when he like obviously blatantly lied. I think that I don't know. There's just I feel like
I
the
would
overall,
hope that, like, he figured out this was really stupid and it's not worth, like, betting your channel over a take this dumb. So hopefully in the future he takes this information and uses it to better. Like, 'cause I don't think I could say, like, wow, Willie's conversation was absolutely conclusive. I'm 100% sure that he's gotten to the bottom of it. I would just hope that, like, Acheeto's now aware and will make better decisions in the future on this kind of thing. Because, like, yeah, the Ethan Klein comparison is there. That's what Ethan Klein did. Do I think Acheeto has the staying power to do as serious damage? Probably not. If we're being honest, I don't think Acheeto is going to get anyone's sponsors taken away or their platform damaged in any capacity. But I think if he grows, he could if he keeps doing this shit. And there's no reason for me to assume this person will never be a million sub YouTuber. These days, like, these people are growing like weeds. And it's probably good to nip this in the bud early if he's going to be that kind of guy. But yeah, I would hope that he makes better decisions in the future. I think he should have the ability to, you know, get a chance.
I just want him to debate, man. That's all.
Why? What are you going to gain from a debate?
Content, duh.
Do you think that he's, like, delusional? Do you think that, like, he genuinely believes these things, or do you think that you have, like, an easy clap? That's why he won't talk to you, because of the.
Part of me, I don't see. I genuinely don't know because when we were talking DMs, it kind of did seem like he actually believes he's in the right. So I think it would be an interesting discussion because it's such conflicting viewpoints. I think it would be an easy dub on my part, but I could be wrong. Because he does have, I'd say, the majority on his side here. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to talk to him or debate him.
He has the majority on his side, you're saying?
Yeah. He sent a bunch of people to. I mean, Jalen's. If you look at Jalen's video, like the comments are,
What the fuck? I died.
like the comments on Jalen's video are pretty bad, and then.
Well, that's not necessarily good. Then maybe I'm a bit wrong. I thought maybe it was like a dog pile. I didn't realize that.
No, he's got them, and then he bragged to me in DMs. He's like, "I'm chilling. It's all you like Twitter, quote unquote. It's just the Twitter heads that are mad."
So he's asking for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right, so he's asking for it.
Nick, wait, let me show you. Okay, you know how I'm like a. Hold on, let me show you this post that I made. Where is it? Well, I'll pull this up on screen again.
What is this? No.
I was memeing about this, but I sent him like a Rudy Giuliani tweet, the debate, and he's like, I can VC for like 10 minutes if you want. I said, nah, public debate, live on the air, mod of your choice. Bribe, shit to deal with now. Nah, not tonight. We can do it at some point later this week. What day works for you? Dude, man to man, do you really have nothing else going on? I said, no, nothing. Let's debate. He said, like, I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that something that I said is this fascinating to you. Like, it's really not that serious. You think I'm a cringe SJW? I said, it's really fascinating. You made the video making the points, not me. Why do you not want to back up those points in a public forum? I'm obviously not in people saying I am or just being silly. In response to that, wait, hold on, here's where it gets good. So let's debate about it and you can clear your name on the air. I said, why do you not want to back up these points in public forum? Because most people are already on my side. Also, it's just not worth my time. I said, clear my name from who? You and Jaden? No thanks. I said, clear your name from the people. The truth will prevail. He said, the people have sort of made up their minds, posting Jalen's like to dislike ratio after he streamed, sending hate to Jalen's video. I'm chilling. It's just the Twitter heads like you that are upset.
He's asking for it. Then I think it's fair to keep hammering him. Yeah, you guys should make videos. Yeah, there's no. I guess I was wrong on that one then. Yeah.
If he was
he's
like,
objectively wrong in this situation. Like, there's no part of this where he's even remotely like looking good, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe he does need to go down a peg. I understand egos, but like, even if dude, so if I was in his position right now, which I don't think I'd ever be, because I don't think I would be this disingenuous, I would be shitting my fucking pants right now that my house of cards that I spent time building where it's about to like collapse. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a very sustainable position that he found himself in, right? Wouldn't you be shitting yourself right now?
I guess,
Dude,
kind
all
of.
it takes in a community is one video. Like, these people are sheep, right? Like, if you make a convincing video on Acheeto, it could damage his channel like irreparably if other people start jumping into it. So yeah, I don't know why anyone would be like that overtly confident on something this stupid.
I think I might make a video about it, if I'm being honest.
You probably should.
I should, yeah. I don't know. Listen, Acheeto, if you're watching, the offer is still on the table. Love to debate you. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to make a video for the Twitter heads.
The Twitter heads that need to hear about this. I mean, I'm gonna probably put this VOD out tomorrow afternoon. I don't think it'll get like crazy traction or anything on the second channel, but yeah, it's just another person talking about it, I guess. Yeah, that's weird. Honestly, I don't hate this guy at all. I thought he was pretty chill. He's kind of
cringe.
he's kind of defending like an undefensible position right now. So, I mean, my hands are
Yeah.
tied. What would you like me to say? Sorry, buddy. New Aiden video on YouTube after 30 years. Hey, me and Aiden do have one thing in common. Harley, I might make a video on it. Harley, let's be honest here. You're gonna make a video on it. There's no might about it. You're in.
Yeah, Harley. Listen, Harley, you need a statement. I'm here.
Let's see. He does seem to believe that God... Well, honestly, dude, I hope his God helps his channel. I don't know, bro.
Can you imagine if like Jesus came down to defend Acheeto? Like that's what caused him to come down and talk to the world.
He's like the next prophet.
He sees himself like a fucking like martyr, like sticking up for the Christians that are being
He's
persecuted.
like, Jesus is Lorax. Like, I speak for the Christ.
Yeah. Listen, just want to clarify once again. I have no problem with Christians. I like Christians that can take a joke. If you're a Christian that can't take a joke, I don't like you. But that's not because you're Christian. It's just because you can't take a fucking joke.
I noticed, like, it's... I just might piss people off in the VOD because I know where the VOD audience lies. But yeah, I know it's typically like you do see like you will run into a lot of people online who are like unable to handle a joke about Catholicism. Let's see. Does Acheeto want validation from other people? No, I think Acheeto just wants like, whoa, that was weird. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's a tank. Cringe. I don't know. I think Acheeto just wanted to make a video and then it blew up too much and now they're like backpedaling violently. I have a Mama Max video, a Jelly Bean video, full story sort of thing, a Quantum TV video, and another thing in the works. It all depends on whether I have time or energy to make it. Fair. I know you, Harley. You could spit out a 10-minute video. Dude, if anyone told me that roster and they're like, all right, Nick, you got to make all these videos, I'd be like, all right, I'll see you next year, and I'll start them then.
When is your video coming out?
Ah, fuck, who knows? Who really knows?
You gotta get to work.
I'm a humble, I don't know. I'm a humble, passenger in life right now. I can't give you any knowledge as to when these things might happen.
Any date or any, yeah.
Oh,
it's just
never.
gonna
I'm never
happen.
giving dates on anything ever again. I never hit them, so like, why torture people like that?
I think
It
your
is
song
nice
video's
that
been
like
coming
people
up
get like
forever.
ultra triggered when I don't post because it does remind me that people do want to watch it. No offense. That's always nice to have. Nick and releasing videos doesn't mix. No, it does not. It used to, but now every video's got to be like an Omega document project or some shit, where I gotta like spend hours researching shit. Otherwise, if I get something wrong, I'll get like dogpiled. That's
Being a
another
Psalm
thing
was
I
fun.
kind of wanted to talk to you about. I feel like this community kind of needs to chill a little bit. Like, I understand that we've been covering pedo allegations for a while and everything's just like a death sentence, but I feel like this John drama went way too far. I don't know where you stand, because you're like the John guy now.
Yeah.
Do you kind of
Uh,
agree that it went too far?
I think it went too far in a sense that, like, of course, when you have like a generally hated person and there's like a drama towards them, you have like the peanut gallery starts getting more vocal, like Big Money Onision, that crew who just haven't liked John for a while, and like the dog
Yeah, like
piling
there are
starts.
people just calling him a pedophile.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
not cool.
in regards to those people, I made some tweets about that. I said, absolutely not. John is not a predator. John is not a groomer. John is not a pedophile in any way, shape, or form. The video that I released was to show how John is willing to go at people so hard for like Pie Man for the 12-year-old thing, or Cami for the 3-year age gap, but he's made plenty of mistakes of his own. So I think that I just don't like how he doesn't hold himself to the same standards he holds others to, and I think the reason the community went so hard on John, including myself, is because of how arrogant he was on the way
Yeah,
to
I,
the top.
I think all of that's fair, and I think John got what was coming to him, and I don't think the criticisms were wrong. I think that John is very deservingly destroyed in this community right now. That being said, it's just like the lengths that people had gone to prove the same point, like almost over and over again, to the point of insanity. Like, I get it was funny, and I understand the community understanding of like certain of like why this is a thing, but I think the tipster one is really where it turned. Like, I got a little sour after that. Like, how many times did we need John to concede the same point over and over again? Like, why
Yeah,
did the
like,
tipster call really need to exist, if we're being honest?
well, I thought that one was the best one, if I'm being honest, but I don't think
It was a
needed.
good, like, it was good, right? It was definitely good. It got what you wanted. I already knew all that. I don't know. It
Absolutely.
just, and then in the call, tipster's like, dude, don't worry, I won't record you. Like, how am I gonna trust a private
Yeah.
conversation with that guy after that?
I agree. And notice
Like,
how
what
like
happens if I'm like the enemy of the week? Are people gonna be like this openly disingenuous to me? Am I gonna get turned on if people don't like me on a given week? Or is this like an exclusive to John thing?
So I'm only okay with recording calls with like other. I've never done it, but or not that I've never done. I've never done it. The only person I did it to is like Angry Slug a while back, if you remember that. But I didn't know that person.
Yeah.
It was when I was like trolling him. I think that everybody wanted to get in on this because everybody wanted a piece of the John pie. I had everybody DMing me like, "Oh, I have this on John. I have this on John. I have this on John." I'm like, I don't care. I had someone just crazy shit, and I think that at some point, like, I don't know. I don't think. I made a tweet saying I understand why people would feel the need to record calls with him, in terms of like for their own reputation.
I
'Cause,
get why Jacko's recording him, but I just
Yeah.
don't understand why Tipster is.
well, Nick, remember the call me, you, John, and Augie had right after the Destiny stream,
Yeah.
and John was calling me like he was telling me I was being dishonest and malicious.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a call recorded with John, so I had no way of disproving what he was saying. Luckily for me, the document, the editing history was still on, so it proved that I wasn't a liar. But if that didn't happen, John could have very well have run with the narrative that I was this malicious liar, and I had no recording to prove otherwise. So I understand why people would do it for the sake of their own reputation, and I empathize with them to an extent, but I completely agree with you that the dog
And
piling
then,
did
you
hurt.
understand there's a difference between recording a call and then releasing a call.
Yeah.
I think all of
Yeah.
that could have been recorded and, if necessary, released if he's lying, right? Like, if you have somebody on recording and someone literally, like, openly lies about you, there should be no protection there. You're dumb. Why would you put yourself in that position? It's just, like, the over-releasing of information that I don't think was entirely relevant to a story that, like, we get it, he's dead, right? There's no coming back from this one. I don't think anyone was out here saying that John could like, easily walk this one off or anything. I think it was pretty openly contest. Like it was pretty openly sold that like this was it, right?
Well, to be fair, he did. I guess people were more scared because he was able to walk off everything else. So I think that, to an extent, like, people wanted, including myself, people wanted, this to be the thing that like people finally realized how like dishonest this guy was. But no, I agree with you. I don't think Tipster's release of the call was necessary. In hindsight, and I
Like, because
well, I don't-
eventually, like, this got to the point where we're now releasing, like... And, again, like, I'll give you the context. I didn't know this was real when I was tweeting about it. But, like, there's now, like, audio of him, like, watching porn on Discord with people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I released that.
Yeah, I mean, well, you weren't the only one who released that.
Well, yeah, I was the I think the third person to release, or I reposted it. The reason I posted that was because I felt like it was important to show like how hard he was going at Cam, the fact that he's made mistakes himself.
All right, but I'm
it
talking
showed-
about, like, the fact that it exists. It kind of just makes everybody look bad, don't you agree?
Well, well, yeah, that was Jaco that was recording it, and I think I've condemned Jaco throughout this
Yeah.
throughout this situation. That kid, I mean, just don't get in a call with that kid. He's probably recording, but I think that
I believe that person, like, he's openly said, like, oh, no, I just used this feature on, what is it? NVIDIA
like
that
shadow
everybody
play or whatever.
has. They
Yeah.
can just record, like, the last couple of seconds. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of feels shitty. I
no,
don't
I
really
agree.
think
I
you're...
agree with you.
I don't think my opinion's going to get changed on this. I feel like everyone just went, like, I don't know, like, level 1,000. And, like, I get, like, I started the phone call recording. That's not lost on me. I literally did that. It's just, there were, like, 6 calls this time, like, 4 of which didn't provide any new information. It just seemed like everyone wanted a little bit of the John Pie.
Yeah, I think the Cam call being recorded was justified on Cam's part. I mean, the guy did try to release like
Yeah,
a.
it's
or
Cam.
guy
I mean, he's the
was-
guy,
Yeah,
he just got accused of being a pedophile, so.
yeah, so I think that one would be justified, and I think that. What else? Yeah, no, I think that's probably the only one. I don't know. I think that it's I don't know. A part of me at the same time, although I can look back in hindsight and say, okay, yeah, this was completely unnecessary. At the end of the day, John, I feel like brought like all of this on himself. I feel like you're bound to get a crazy response if you do something like batshit insane, and I feel like his arrogance, towards or the way he acted towards people in this community made them like so eager to take him down. I mean, I was somebody that like went to bat for him so much, and it was just like, I don't know. He would tweet out shit like, "I'm uncancelable, good night." Like,
Yeah, but that was over a year ago with the online
Yeah.
cancelable shit. I think that was severely beaten out of him. I don't think John was very confident in the last 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. You know what I mean?
okay, but I mean, have you been you were talking to him behind the scenes though, right?
Yeah,
That ego didn't
that's why
really
I
go
know
away.
that he wasn't. The guy was like depressed when I was talking to him.
That's okay. But the way he was talking, he was wording it like he was the one wronged in that situation, as opposed to like depressed because he
He
feels
was coping.
remorse.
He was definitely
Yeah,
coping.
there was no remorse. That's the thing. It was no remorse for like the friends that he put on the line and shit. All the sadness was for himself, not for you, not for anybody else, and that's the problem.
Yeah, sure.
You know, when he fucked other people over and saw himself as the victim.
I guess I'm just kind of removing John from this situation because I've kind of mentally cast him out already. So, like, I'm not really thinking of what's good for John or what John could do or any of that stuff because I don't think John really could do anything. I think he's fucked. I don't think he is even capable of rebuilding his channel, even if, like, YouTube people go, oh, if you make good videos, you can... I don't think he could even handle it. So I'm not even I'm not even on, like, a, well, what could John do arc because I don't really care about that. I'm just more on, like, it looked like everybody was like fucking shark sniffing blood, just trying to like rip a piece off of what they can handle here. Like,
I agree.
I get you being involved to an extent because you were kind of leading the charge on this, but it felt
Nick,
like it was just like so much overkill. Like you could have canceled them 6 different times.
Well, Nick, you have to remember, right? The reason I was going in so hard is because what was the first thing he did at the start of that drama? Get into that call with me, you, and Augie, and start trying to call me disingenuous and a liar and whatever. He
Yeah, I
was
didn't
literally,
believe it. I just got up and walked away. I was done. You remember that, like,
Yeah.
and then I left the call specifically just so they knew I wasn't recording, because certain actors of the community have given me recent critiques about my call recording in the past few months, which apparently turns out everybody in this fucking community has like a recorder on 24/7. So that was a nice
not
chain
me.
of events.
Notice how I was leading the charge, but I never, I never recorded a call with him.
Yeah, I just I don't know. It's kind of shitty. It makes me not want to interact with people in this space anymore. I mean, I'm going to, right? Like, this isn't the Nick's leaving. I'm not pulling a Dylan Burns here and saying I'm like leaving commentary, but it's pretty eye-opening. Everyone says like, oh, that's the internet, or like, oh, that's the commentary community. They're extremely toxic or whatever. But in the moment, like, I don't know. I don't like, this doesn't sit with me well.
Well, you knew this person. I think that's another part of it.
No,
This
it
is
doesn't
like-
even matter. Like, dude, pretend I'm like a sociopath and I can completely remove John from the situation. It just doesn't bode well for me in a community where everybody's so like hyper fixated on like exposing each other and like fucking. This sounds super gay right now because it just sounds like super anti-drama. It's just the recording calls. That's what's fucking me. That's what's fucking me in the head, is a tipster can just so easily say, like, I wouldn't record you, John. And I think I did something even similar. So, like, I'm not even fucking clean in this whole conversation. I said, like I would keep this between us or something when I recorded him last year. And it's just such a... You could just hear how easily that slid out of my mouth, even when John knew it wasn't true. I just... I'm kind of self-reflecting on stuff I've done and, like, in that regard, like, to John last year. And then, like, how it's kind of impacted, because we talk about like a slippery slope. I recorded 1 call this year, 5 got recorded. You know, do we really want this to be the norm?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think people were okay due to what was happening in this circumstance. But
I think
in hindsight,
Keem's
I agree.
right. I think Keem's right.
What did
I
Kim
don't know.
say?
I'll probably go back on this at some point, because just somebody's gonna say something crazy and then like leak it and fucking on a phone call or something. But this is why I don't. So I had a new policy in December. I didn't want to ever record a call again or something. So I turned around and said, I'm not doing private calls anymore. My new policy is that all dramas where we're arguing are going to be held in the public forum. And that's it, right? Like, we're just going to have public arguments now, because like I can't use content of private calls. So like I got mad at Turkey Tom when I was making my T-Channels video, because he made me talk to Angelica Oles for 2.5 hours. That's 2.5 hours of Angelica Oles information she's now gained from me, and I've gained from her, which we can never speak about again. It's a total waste of my time, right? And when I was like super schizo angry at Tommy for the things he said on stream, I immediately stupidly challenged. I just said like, hey, let's just talk about it on stream, because I don't want to have this fucking like blowout argument in private, because if I get fucking antsy about it, I can't talk about it. I'd rather just have it in public. Let's just talk publicly, which he took as like a tactile backstab that I held him to the same standard as everybody else. But yeah, I mean,
It's a cutthroat community.
it is a cutthroat community. I felt like the only way I could engage with drama is if I do it in like, not even a debate format, but like this, where we just sit here and talk about it while it's recorded in front of everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, dude, there's just too many times when I've entered a phone call and somebody just regurgitates and vomits up like, yeah, I did X, Y, and Z, and now I can never prove that. The only way I could get him is if I record him, which makes me morally gray. Or I could just say he did it and then people won't believe me. It just, private calls just seem like they suck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you would have to worry about them recording you, though, to be fair, because the situation or the circumstances surrounding John and like what he's like said and tried to do to other people, I just don't know if people would feel okay with doing that to you. But then
I
again,
think they
still
would. I
wanna-
think I think anyone, like, I don't know. I think anyone could feel okay doing anything if they can morally justify it, or if it's financially viable. If it's financially viable to fuck with Nick DeOrio, I think I'll get recorded in 600 calls. If it's financially viable to fuck with Aiden projects, I think you'll get recorded in 15 fucking calls. If it's like, if you're the guy who's decided to be the punching bag of the week, I think that people will now go to extreme lengths to ruin people. And I just think that collectively we all need to chill.
Yeah,
We shouldn't be
yeah.
talking. We shouldn't be speculating about John's sexuality. We shouldn't be fucking like recording 50 phone calls that don't prove anything. We should just make our fucking YouTube videos on the
Well, and the other thing
information.
is, and the thing I think we all learned from this is, don't fucking try and play Chris Hansen, or don't try and play like Pedo Hunter. I think if anybody gets a DM from a 15-year-old trying to tell them they feel groomed, all you have to say is go to your fucking parents and block them. Like,
Dude, if
this
a
is not.
15-year-old can DM me, that means something is wrong. Like one of my lines of defense have fallen, and somebody is infiltrated that shouldn't be able to contact me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I have like all
Yeah.
my DMs off, so that would take a special like weird situation for that to have
I
happened.
don't know. I've been around in this community for like 5 years, and I've said probably plenty of shit in like a call in calls that you could probably take out of context and be like, oh, he's racist, or oh, he's this, he's that. Like, I don't know. I haven't really.
Well, that was a problem I had with Tommy. Again, not to harp on this super, but he goes on stream and he tells everybody what I said in my call. He doesn't record it. He doesn't release it. He implies that I have the recording of it, and then he tells everybody what was said, quote unquote. I have no recollection of some of the things that he said. I don't remember what exactly happened in this call where we were screaming at each other. And you know how me and Tommy get. It's entirely possible that we were literally talking through each other, like very loud through each other, to the point where we have different interpretations of what we heard because we quite literally didn't hear the other person, right? Like that's totally like understandable. So when he goes on and he says like certain stuff about my private call that I had with him, along with all my DMs that he decided to drop on stream, like it puts me in an indefensible situation. Like even if I did have the call, I now can't release it to explain my side of the story. And on top of that, I don't have the call to dispute what he said. So I'm two-way fucked, right? If I did have it, it's worthless, and I don't have it, so I don't actually have any way to refute what he said. So yeah,
Puts you in a
I think that
situation where you
like
can't win.
I think debating what happened in a private call that no one had access to is super shitty. I also think clipping private calls to the stance that like a lot of the Jayco clips are like 2.5 minutes. I don't know what was said before or after that clip. I don't know what preempted that. I don't know if people are talking a certain way to try to sound cool in front of their friends when in reality they have a much more nuanced take. I don't know how people interact privately. I don't get that by just like 2 minute clips.
So wait, Tommy was going on one of his lefty rants. Wait, so was your falling out with Tom? Yeah, you're falling out with Tommy. It was like politically motivated, right?
I don't know what my falling out with Tommy is. I don't believe it was based off that event. I think that Tommy wanted me gone for a while, and I think it's pretty evident that like I've reached out. Me being the party that's usually the most unlikely candidate to budge. I pretty much realized that would be the only way to mend that situation. And he kind of just brushed me off. Like, he's like, yeah, we'll do a call. And then he pushed it back and then dropped it. And then when he got criticized by some loser from, like, fucking schizo commentary, he's like, well, I plan to have this conversation with Nick. And, again, never made any effort there. Which I've now blocked him. So, to be fair, like, he's not going to have any avenue to do that unless he wants to send me an email, which I highly doubt he'd go to the effort to do. But I'm not going to pretend that, like, he's the only one that's pushed this out. I did ask for it, and I've since closed that avenue of conversation.
Well, and you two were really friends too, so it's like
maybe I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, you thought you two were friends, so for that to become public is like such a, I don't know, like a slap in the face.
Yeah, it was kind of like, it was super shitty. Especially when like he puts out DMs and like in the DMs, I'm being like personal to the point where I'm saying like stuff that Flamenco said was bothering me and stuff like that. Like, that's not even intrinsic. It's not his thing, right? It's not about Tommy. He could have censored names there, so he didn't put me in alt. And again, I'm thankful Flamenco was cool about it. The guy sent me a message going, hey, I didn't know this was bothering you. I'm sorry, or whatever. It also could have turned into, like, me and Flamenco arguing for, like, a month, which would have been fantastic out of that whole scenario. But I think the part that everybody, like, overlooks that drives me fucking through the roof, which I really need to stop talking about this on stream, but it's just infuriating to me, is that this was, like, days before the Technicals video that we were all preparing for. Like, we were in, like, fucking war VCs, fucking preparing for how we were going to handle hypothetical talking points of the Technicals drama. And then Tommy's like, and Tech had that whole segment about Tommy canceling in self-defense, which was the only part of the video I liked that he made on us. Because it was very personal to me. I don't know. I just, yeah, it's super shitty. It's one of those situations that I think if it was handled in the first 48 hours, and not taken directly to the public, when again, I offered to have the conversation publicly. I didn't offer to air out every aspect of all of the things that were said privately, because those were private. There was never any chance to drop his DMs or clip him and release it as like an exposed video, right? As an exposed video. I said, like, I think we were talking because he made a comment to me in relation to like a trans argument or something. Nothing that was really super important to me, but he made a comment because I guess I laughed at him and that upset him, where he said that like I can't think because other people who are college educated like have my points for me or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it was like a sly jab. It was one of those like you're regurgitating talking points from more educated people who know what they're talking about. When Destiny, obviously what he's referring to, like dropped out of music school.
Yeah, his college education is in like terms of music.
Yeah, like I'm like a class away from a master's degree. Now it's obviously not in like fucking politics or anything like that, but like I have more schooling than Destiny.
Yeah, that point makes no sense.
But yeah, that drives me nuts. I hated that argument. I've kind of more turned around and lived with it now because, well, in reality, I mean, once the people find out that you don't like a certain comment, they make it a lot more. So I've kind of learned to live with it now because I've had to own it. But yeah, it was driving me nuts. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And so he just puts out like, all right, well, Nick was insecure about XYZ. Nick's fighting with Flamenco. And Nick wanted to have a live conversation with me. Oh, and he also took the fact that I clipped his stream to send him what I was mad at as me like prepping to fuck him up or something. Like that was like it was gonna be a big second channel video of his raw clipped thing from his Twitch stream.
Yeah, it's disingenuous. But I know what you mean. Like I don't know, this drama stuff or whatever. It's a lot easier when it's a lolcow or whatever. Or I mean, you don't have as much of like an investment in it. But like for example, if I've had my fair share of arguments with Augie. Some of them have been public.
Yeah, he's thrown you off his show. Like he said, you're not coming back or whatever. But I think you've mended that bridge.
But Augie's probably one of the I don't like to call anybody online like a close friend. I actually call Augie a close friend because I mean, I've told him a lot. So when I have like falling out to somebody like Augie, it's a lot more, I guess, personal, and I don't like it as much, to be honest. But I understand, like, I obviously I don't know, like, I'm not too familiar with your entire
You can
history.
get gung-ho and be, like, annoying. That's your issue with Augie. Like, you're still young, so when you get, like, super fucking AIDS about a topic, it drives people crazy sometimes. I think that's your issue.
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree.
And I don't think that you're, I think that you're not just subconsciously doing that. I think you're, like, aware that happens. And in some cases, I think it's good for you that it does.
I am aware.
Like it probably provides some positives and negatives. Listen, you're talking to Nick DeOrio. This is somebody who argues with everybody, so I know. Like there are definitely positives and negatives to pissing people off.